at the Liverpool dock, and will soon be going off over the sea to the Isle of Man.
Through doorways, or over the set to each doorway. If you go to the outside decks, please take extra care, especially if the ship should roll for any reason or if the deck surface is wet. Can all passengers travelling with children please like to advise passengers that some of our special offers available in our Coast to Coast Cafe and our Blue Point Bar.
One side of only £10. In addition, we have an extensive range of magazines and gifts from around the Isle of Man, including Mag Spirit, Luxury gift sets, and Max gift confectionery, together with
Just approaching the Isle of Man.
We will shortly be arriving on our berth at the port of Douglas. Could all passengers please remain in the passenger lounges until you are called to disembark. Upon disembarkation, please ensure that you take all of your personal belongings with you. Passengers are reminded that smoking is strictly prohibited until well clear of the terminal building. On behalf of Captain Bettini, the officers and crew, it's been a pleasure to be of service to you today, and we hope that you will choose to travel with us again soon on board the Manannan.
Looks this is where we're going to disembark. The ferry is going to back up to this dock. Well, we've come to the great Laxey wheel and mine, and here's the wheel up here and the viaduct going across with, I suppose, the water coming down. See, we can walk up to the top of the wheel up the spiral staircase up there. Well, we've come right to the top of this wheel now, and it's a bit strange when you have a look at this wheel coming towards you. So this wheel is moving the energy along the top of this viaduct to the mine, which is over there. And we're not sure whether it's pumping water out of the mine or air. So that's just going backwards and forwards with the energy of the water wheel. Well, we've just been right at the top there. Right at the top to the bank's flag. We're right up the top of the valley now and looking down from one of the pit heads. Right down the valley towards the wheel at the bottom.
This diagram shows how the wheel works. You've got a reservoir on the left up in the mountains, sending water down the valley through a big tube up the central tower of the wheel, and then top fills the wheel to produce energy which goes up the viaduct to the mine at the top of the valley.
Well, we been to look in the mine and things, and coming back down the valley. We're going off now to find our accommodation. We've come across to the west coast to Peel. It's got a lovely beach and blue sea, and what an unusual castle out into the sea. Peel Castle. A bit closer now to Peel Castle, and it's a lovely day. Also looks like the Vikings have arrived in their longboat over there. This is the swing bridge going into the inner harbour. Pedestrian bridge. It makes it very convenient to get round from the beach to the castle. Well, I could go out for a row and conquer some nations in these, I suppose. Peel Castle on St Patrick's Isle. Isle of Man. A nice view across from the castle over to the town of Peel and its beaches and town centre. The central tower of defence, where the archers used to be on the top to get the enemy. The harbour at Peel, and Peel Castle in the background. When the tide goes out, they retain this water in here, so that makes it very pleasant. The Tower of Refuge by William Wordsworth. Here it is with a big yacht in the background, but today it looks more like this. This is a bit different. Douglas has got its own horse tram. got his own rails that goes along the front. And it's 6:10 in the evening. We'll go and find a restaurant to have a meal now, I think. One of the ferries coming out from Douglas Harbour. Wasn't the one we come over on, but ours was a new one. This is the evening sailing.
It's not going to rain, John, is it?
Steam Packet Company. There we are. Well, we're going to go up the mountain in this train now. There's the Laxey wheel as we go up the train to the top of the mountain. Like an old mine. Going to cross over the mountain road in a minute, and this is the TT track. We just whiz over the road and that's it. Here at the top of Snaefell, it's 2,036 feet high. That's right, we'll go off right at the summit right now. One of the many reservoirs on the island. Well, we think that's Ramsey down there. Looking right up to the north of the island.
Yeah, because that's on the same coast, isn't it?
Shadows of the clouds just drifting over the mountains. Well, we're walking back to the little station now because we don't want to be left behind. Well, we're about to go back off down the railway. It's quite near the edge, but quite safe, I'm sure. down at Laxey now at the main station. Everybody's out having some tea and stalls everywhere. The Laxey booking office. Here we've got the Rushen woolen mills right next to the river, which goes down to Old Laxey town, which we're walking down to now. Well, that's a nice peaceful spot to live, isn't it? We come down to the harbour at Old Laxey and the stream coming down from the mountains over the old bridge. Laxey Harbour. Just off the slipway. Well, this anchor's off a big boat or something. Well, we've got right down to the front at Old Laxey and nice pebbly beach along here. Still hear the trains in the background. Well, we've come to Tynwald Day. It's a bank holiday on the Isle of Man, and this is their big day. Independence Day, I think. Seems to be the world's smallest car here.
No, just the afternoon. What makes you just come out with nice weather? Mooch about, see who's down here, see what's going on.
This is the harbour at Ramsey in the evening. The tide's about to come in, I think. Quite a working harbour. Here's the metal swing bridge at Ramsey. Takes you over to the new swimming pool and from the town, which you can see, and another part of the coastline. This is the very north of the island. We're at the point of Ayre, and got this lighthouse right at the end. We're right on top of the island now, and this says Scotland North, and I think that's where it is. Right out there you can actually see some mountains right out there in the distance in Scotland. Well, we've come to Glen Maye this morning, and here's the famous waterfall. I suppose they've had quite a bit of rain, and it's in full flow today. Well, we find this heather, and we look down towards the sea, and there's Castletown right down the bottom there. You can just see the castle on the shoreline. A lot of heather on the sides of the roads, and misty mountains today, clouds just brushing the top. We're going down the road to Port Erin now. There's not a lot of traffic about, it's very quiet and like going back in time really. And there's Port Erin down there. Lots of little fields as well. Very old-fashioned countryside layout with the small fields and small reservoir. A few ruins left in the mountains, and very unspoilt country lanes.
I came across a horse like this many years ago, and it was like he'd told me a poem. I think I'll share it with this one. A way to travel back in time, a time of peace and tranquility, a time of space and quietness, a time to have time. Where is this place but on the hills, where the horse stands and stares, where the wind blows his mane, where time takes time? Find this place and find this time, and you will find yourself with God. God bless and take care.
Well, this is a traditional way to stack the hay Stooks, I think they call it. This is Cregneash village, a very historic village on the Isle of Man. Nice thatch roof, this very historic cottage overlooking the bay. A cottage garden with potatoes and broad beans and runner beans. Old-fashioned compost heap. There's tomatoes between some bales of straw. Very nice. All just behind the cottages. There's an old hayrick. And then we've got some chickens over there. There's some chicks, we think. Quite a few chicks there, all scratching around for some grain. They got a lovely view as well, out to sea. There's another pretty cottage here, Ned Begg's cottage. Oh, a bit more vegetable gardening on a big scale. Some more artifacts and wooden cart wheels with their metal rims that they used to put on them. There's a big metal cast iron plate that they used to use to drop the rings over the wooden cartwheel and pour water on to cool it down to fit snugly. Oh, we're getting down towards the calf now at the end of the Isle of Man, and there's a bird man that lives over there and catches all the birds that fly in and weighs them and has a good time. There's an old lighthouse out there, right in the middle there. This is looking into Port Erin, south coast of the Isle of Man. come to Port St Mary and the tide's out. Well, we think this is a genuine Manx cat, or it might be one that got run over and lost his tail that way.
We're on the outskirts of Douglas, and this is the starting grid of the TT races. Well, I wonder what it would be like to go around the circuit on one of those big bikes.
about to leave Douglas now after our holiday here at the Isle of Man. They've got very fast ferries these days, these catamarans.
Named after Manannan the mythical Celtic sea god who protects the Isle of Man, Manannan is a 96-metre high-speed catamaran, the largest vessel of her type in operation on the Irish Sea.
For your convenience, all holiday elements are now open. As you move around the ship, please take care of the doorways or open the center each doorway. If you go to the outside decks, please take extra care, especially if the ship's door for any reason or the deck surface is wet.
Well, goodbye the Isle of Man as we steam off across to Liverpool.
Yeah, the other one, the gate's there. That's the dock wall. That's the dock road. That dock road is all the way down at the top of the dock wall. The train was down. This was 1938.
A very impressive entrance to Liverpool docks. We've enjoyed ourselves on the Isle of Man, an island of many wonders.